Now, how do you monitor the environment? First of all, we have two types of environment. We have the external environment and we have the internal environment. The internal environment or the internal environmental factors are factors that influence the business from inside, factors you can control. And the external environmental issues, these are things you may not necessarily be able to control. However, you need to be aware of them so that you can plan towards them. If you have an event that you're managing as a manager, you could look at it and say, external factors include rain. You can't control the rain, you can't control the weather, you can't control what the traffic is going to be like. You can control, however, the food. That's an internal environmental factor. You can control the food, you can control the lighting. These are things that are in your power. So as a manager, you need to look at the external environment, prepare for any eventualities, and then look at the internal environment and prepare for it to see that you are ready for the two when it comes to your planning. So let's talk about the external environmental factors that every business will normally look at when they are planning or when they are monitoring the environment to be able to take action and maintain, improve, and control what they. We will start with the external environment. How do you control the external environment? The main factors you need to look at are the PESTEL: politics, economics, social life of the people, technology, physical environment, and the legal environment. You need to look at these factors. There could be many other external environmental issues that will come up and you will see, but we are talking about the popular ones which have been included into what we call PESTEL. Well, you could come up with your own, like I gave you an example. Your business could have its own kind of environmental factors, but they usually fall into one of these groups. So the first one is the political mindset of the people you're dealing with. Every institution, every area you go to, any environment you're going to monitor, you find out that people have a way of thinking. There's a politics that is played in everywhere, in every place, every part of the world. Once you put people together in a particular section in the world, they have a way they're going to behave. Once you have a group of people in a particular region, they develop a mindset. And that mindset is the politics. That's what we refer to as politics. It's not just the political parties. So you as the manager have to discover and figure out what kind of politics is being played here and understand the politics so you know how to deal with people. For example, if you go to an area where people are not educated and they are behaving like animals, not to say uneducated people are animals, but they're behaving very rough, they're fighting, they're very rough people, they're touts, basically. There's nothing wrong with being a tout. It's just your background. If you are going to deal with such people, maybe you are giving money to go and share for these touts, you need to know how to deal with them. You don't go there and be speaking big English. That political environment is different from when you're going to deal with bankers or professors. You have to speak good English. So you study the political environment and know how to adjust your situation to be in line with that political environment. That's just simply what it means. There's no right political environment or wrong one. Just like you say, educated or not educated, there's no right or wrong. No one is better than the other. They are just different and they need to be addressed differently. That's politics. Now, the economy. You need to know how much money is available, what are the resources, the wealth status of the people you're dealing with. If you're going to do business in a country where money is scarce, people are poor, you can't sell them luxury items. You can't provide, you put in your restaurants expensive chairs and spoons, they will steal everything. What is the economy of, what is the economy? You're going to monitor an environment, what is the economy? Is it a wealthy economy? Are things fresh? Is the market good? Are things, things moving forward? You need to figure this out and adjust yourself based on the economy in that place. Is there availability of funds? Scarcity of funds? Is there money? Is it cash? POS? What is going on? You need to figure it out so that you can adjust accordingly. If you're going to you're organizing an event, for example, as a manager, and you're dealing with billionaires, billionaires don't carry cash. They have people who deal with these things for them and they pay on credit or with cards because they can't deal with all payments at the same time. If you're dealing with them, you have to have POS in the event. You have to have transfer at the event. If you're managing an event, that's an example of understanding the economy. If you go to a place where you're dealing with taxi drivers, they deal in cash. You would need to not have POS because they're not going to be telling you they want to pay with POS. They will always have cash. So you now need to figure this out by looking at your environment. Then the social life of the people who you're dealing with. What is the social environment? How do they behave? What is what are their values socially? You need to look at. This is very simple. Like you go to a Christian gathering, you need to behave like Christians, even if you're not a Christian. You go to a Muslim gathering, you don't start shouting things Muslims don't like. They may lynch you there. You need to know the social environment that you are in. If you wear miniskirts to a Deeper Life church, you are looking for trouble. If a woman goes into the mosque, then she's looking for trouble. These social environments do not accept those things. So wherever and whatever you are dealing with, you need to study the social environment. And remember that you can't change this environment. You can just observe and adjust yourself accordingly. And that's the important thing. Now, let's look at the technological environment. Technology is constantly developing and improving. So what are you doing to join the train or develop with this? Wherever you're going to work, you need to be aware of the technological advancements in that particular area. And when you do, you'll be better positioned to do something about technology in that area. Either you get the technology that's required, or you make adjustments as and when required to deal with the change. So technology is something you need to think about. The world is evolving, technology revolves. As a manager, your business organization needs to be technology compliant if you're going to be effective as a manager. We have the environment, the physical environment. The physical environment you stay in is very important. You need to ensure for your customers, for your staff, the physical environment is conducive for your business. You will need to monitor it and know what to do about it. Remember, we're still talking about monitoring. These are the things you're looking out for as a manager. My physical environment, is any development, anything wrong with it, then you act accordingly. And then we talk about the